Welcome back to Feel Better Thorn. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me. It's a rare occurrence to be here on the dock at this time of year, but what a beautiful day. Isn't it weird how positive things that you know are positive are really hard to reinforce? And things that are bad for you seem to perpetuate themselves. So here's something you might want to try. If a new positive thing is going on that's hard to get motivated to do, pair it with something that gives you an immediate gratification. So if you want to go to the gym, go with a friend or a partner, something that you look forward to and you immediately feel good. If you want to go for a walk, do that every day. Go with the dogs, grab a coffee on the way, or go with a friend as well. You'll immediately feel good. And when that reinforcer is not there, you can have the memory of it and association with good things happening with these good things. And that's what I do here. When I'm not here, I think of the sun on my face and the sun on my chest, and I immediately feel better. Thanks for joining me here on the dock. It's a beautiful day. If I happen to whack myself a little bit, there's a few black flies and mosquitoes around, but amazingly, the wind is just blowing everything away and the sun is nice and warm and it's beautiful here. So let's sit on the back of our mat as we always do, and we'll get rid of that stale air in our lungs and bring in all this beautiful fresh air. So in through our nose and out through our mouth, and then we'll only breathe in and out through our nose for the rest of the time. So whatever's comfortable for you. I'm on my knees. Maybe you sit cross-legged. Maybe you sit on a chair. So in through your nose, and all the way out through your mouth. And in through your nose, and all the way out through your mouth. And one last time, in through your nose, and all the way out through your mouth. So let's go up and just stretch out the back of our feet onto our toes, our hands in front of us with our elbows, the eyes of our elbows facing forward. And let's just sit back with our hips on our heels and just stretch out our feet for a little bit. You may need to settle a little bit for a few moments, but it's just something that you don't get to stretch very often. And we just keep breathing in and out through our nose for this whole time. So now we'll push forward as far as we can, just so we feel that sort of stretch in our wrists. And then we're going to go back in a big circle. And when we get to the back, we'll give a little extra stretch on our feet and circle around the other way and stretch our wrists around and back. And just keep moving with your breath in and out through your nose. As far forward as feels comfortable. And let's rotate the other way. Last breath in, and then breathe out. Now, just for a moment, we're going to do this rabbit pose, which puts your head down, put your hands behind touching your heels, and as you push up out, you'll get a stretch in your back, which is pretty nice. So your head goes down, your feet come untucked, and then push up on your legs. And once you come to that spot where you feel the stretch, just breathe there in and out through your nose. And last breath in. And we'll put our hands forward, our toes almost touching and our knees apart, and walk our hands forward into child's pose. You can put your head down onto the mat if you like. And really try to stretch out as much as you can. Keep your hips on your heels. Feel a stretch run all the way through your back. Each breath in creates space. And each breath out, you can maybe move your hands a little bit more. Nice, slow breaths in and out through your nose. And then one more breath in, and we're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to go sort of straight forward and sit in that push-up pose. So you're sitting ahead, you're tucking your toes, you're going, creating, and you're keeping your elbows in towards your chest, your ribs. I'm just going to hold there. You can drop your knees if it's too intense. And one breath in, and slowly all the way down. Untuck your toes. And we're just going to go into a locust pose. So we're going to lift our chest off the mat, and we're going to lift our legs off the mat at the same time, up as high as we can, and just hold there. Last breath in, and then relax back down onto your forearms. And just because I love it so much, I'm going to put my left arm out, bend my right leg, and stretch over. Open yourself all the way up. You can make it more intense by putting your arm in a cactus pose, which is like that above your head, or you can tuck your arm back closer to your body for less intense. And last breath in, and roll back. Your head on your forearms, and now your right arm out, your left leg bent. You're stretching the other way. You're going to be curious to see how the sound is on this. And one more breath in, and exhale back again. And you might want to just roll out your hips for a second, just to make sure they haven't locked up doing that. And from here, our hands go to our sides. You lift your knees and your quads off the mat, and you're going to push up. If you don't want to do this, you can keep your knees down and just slowly push yourself up. And we'll go up to plank here. Sort of tidy everything up on plank. Separate your shoulder blades as much as they can. Keep your hips up to the same size as your shoulders. And then we're going to put our feet together. One hand down and a side plank on your left. You can use your foot for support. You can kickstand things. Feel like your hips are getting pulled up to the heavens. And then now lift up your right leg. We're going to step it through to a low lunge. So squared here, knee on the ground. You should be able to see your two toes. And then stretch up ahead with your hands over your head. Get a good stretch on that. Get stretch on your hip flexor. Engage everything. Put your left arm forward, your right arm back. And use your torso to pull you around. And then while we're here, keep your arms as they are. Your left hand goes down. Your right goes up on your toes. Breathing nice and calmly through your nose. And inhale. Bring your left leg back. And we'll just twist around. Your right arm goes behind you. Your left arm goes up to the air. And you hook whatever you can. Every breath in, feel like your spine is expanding upwards as opposed to twisting more. And as you expand up, when you exhale, you might be able to twist a little bit more. Last inhale in, and exhale. We're going to put both our hands to the right, and we go back to plank on this side. And your feet go together, and you do side plank on this side. You can always drop your right leg if you like. Stabilize yourself with your foot, either your top foot, and pull your hips up to the sky. Inhale, your left leg goes to the sky, sky up, and then twist it around to do a low lunge on this side now. Should be able to see your first two toes, a good stretch on your back, and nice and 90-degree there. Arms above your head like you're holding a beach ball. Everything's engaged. Your breathing is nice and slow. Last breath in, then your right arm forward, your left arm back, and twist with your torso. Then last breath in, and exhale, right leg down, your right foot up, and twist to the sky. Inhale, and exhale, put your right arm behind, your right leg behind. And we're going to twist left arm behind, right arm to the sky, and then hook your arm and twist around. Take a second and get your breath back and relaxed. Last breath in through your nose. And exhale, both hands go to the front and back to plank on this side. And from here, we'll go back up to your downward dog. Bend your legs first, pedal them out just to get everything in line. Once everything's in line, nice straight line from our wrists to our hips. And try to straighten your legs as much as they can to where they're comfortable. And just go through this in 3 steps where we go to upward dog. So inhale, exhale, go upward dog, stand your toes. Let's just sit here for a second. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. So this is try to be as relaxed as you can here. Keep control of your breath. Now forward onto that push-up, up on that to the plank, and back to downward dog. Now here, let's walk up to the front of the mat. We'll go do a forward fold and try to keep yourself as straight as you can here, relaxing. Let yourself hang. Hold onto your elbows. Let the wind blow you around. Last breath in. Do a halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale into a squat. As stable as you can. Put your triceps to push out your knees a little. You're just going to be here a few moments. Keep your back nice and straight. Hinging at your hips if you can. Now, we're going to plant our hands and push our butts to the air, and then slowly go all the way up. So our butt goes to the air, and slowly come all the way up overhead. Their hips out. And this is the moments that I remember, this feeling of sun and wind. And back up to that prayer position. Interlace your hands, push all the way out. Separate your shoulder blades. Inhale with your arms over top of your head. Exhale with your arms behind you. Again, more sun on your chest. And inhale back to the squat, into the prayer position. Your hands straight up and back down to that squat. Hands behind you to gracefully go into that reverse tabletop. Push out from your heels. Put your head where it wants to be. You can and inhale, put your butt down by your heels. Inhale, More sun on your chest. Remember this feeling. Exhale as deep as you can. Inhale. More sun. Exhale as deep as you can. Sun. Back. And then lean forward as far as you can. And as you come back, go slowly and as controlled as possible down to the ground with your feet above your head. For happy baby if you can. We're almost done. Let your legs fall open as much as they can. Maybe straighten one leg, then the other leg, one leg, and the other leg, one leg, the other leg, then knees to your chest, and then just a real gentle back stretch. Your knees together, stretch behind. Let yourself fall open as much as you can. Last breath in, put your knees to your chest. Line up your spine again. And then your knees up to the left side. Oh, awesome. One more breath in. Your knees come up to your chest again. And the last thing, almost nice and tight in all the way. Your heels go down, up to bridge pose. Dig in with your heels. Grab your hands behind your back and push all the way up. And lastly, go as high as you can on your toes. Push up in the air. Put your arms over top of your head. And we're going to go down as slowly as you can. Each vertebrae. And it stacks up in perfect line with the next one. Going flat against the ground. Knees to your chest. Give a good extra squeeze. And let everything go back to the four corners of that space. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back, your palms facing the sun. And whatever it is that you can find that you associate with good things, think of that, feel better, and we'll see you in the next video. Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.